Standard form of a circle. The standard form of a circle is the square of the difference of x and h plus the square of the difference of y and k is equal to r squared. Take note that this equation, the x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, is just a derivation from the standard form if the center is at the origin. When we say origin, the center is located at 0, 0. Take note, let us take note that the center is our HK. The HK in the standard form, the H and K is our center of the circle. So let us derive. Again, let's derive this equation from the standard form. So, center is at the origin. When we say origin, when we say center, HK or the center is located at the origin, or again the origin is at 0, 0. So let us derive the equation. So let's use the standard form of x minus h So this is the standard form. So let us just substitute the value of our center, the h and k, which is the 0, 0, to the equation. So what will happen? So it will become x, our h is 0. Take note, our h is 0 and our k is 0. So our h, substitute the value of h, which is 0, copy the square, plus y minus our k is 0 is equal to r squared. Take note, in substituting and in simplifying the equation, do not change anything from the equation. Just simply substitute the values of h and k. So simplify. What will happen next? So x minus 0, of course, x copy square, plus y minus 0. So y copy square is equal to r squared. So this is it. So this formula is just a derivation from this equation. Again, if the center is located at 0, 0, or our HK is located at 0, 0. So example. So let's have an example. Find the standard form of a circle if the radius is 5 and the center is at the origin, or 0, 0. But before that class, what is a radius? Okay, radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the circle. I repeat, the radius is the distance between the center of the circle to any point on the circle. So this is the radius. Another radius, distance from the center to any point. So that is another radius. So that is the radius. So let's proceed to the example. Example is, find the standard form of a circle if the radius is 5 and if it is located at, and if the center is located at 0, 0. So let us simplify. Let's solve. So the formula is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Again, why are we going to use this equation and not this equation? Yes, we are going to use this equation because the center is located at the origin. Again, when we say origin, it is located at 0, 0. So our radius is 5. And our HK is 0, 0. So, let us simplify. X squared plus y squared is equal to, substitute the value of r, which is 5, so 5 squared. Then simplify. X squared plus y squared is equal to 35. So this is now our standard form. What about an example of circles with center not at the origin? Example number 2. Write the equation of a circle centered at 3, -5, and with radius 6. So in this example, which equation we are going to use? Of course, we are going to use the standard form for the equation of a circle with center not at the origin. So we are going to use this formula. Again, we are going to use this formula because the center of the circle is not located at the origin. So, in the equation, what is h and k? Again, h and k is our center. H and k is our center. And our center is located at, the center of a circle is located at 3, -5. Therefore, our h is +3. Our k is -5. And our r, from the given example, with radius 6. Therefore, our r is 6. Alright. So, what we will do next is to substitute the given values to the equation. And now remember, class, in simplifying the equation, do not change anything from the equation. Simply substitute the given values to the equation. Do not change anything. So, let's go. Let's substitute the given values. So, x, copy the minus sign. What is our h? Our h is 3. So, substitute the value of h to 3. And again, do not change the formula. Copy square, copy plus, copy y, copy the minus sign from the formula. And what is our k? Our k is -5. So, substitute the value of k to -5 and do not change anything from the equation. And what is our radius? Our r is 6. So, do not change anything from the equation. Okay. So, after that, class, do not be confused why you have two negative signs here. We have these two negative signs because this first negative sign is from the original itself, from the original equation itself, the negative. So we simply copy the negative. And this -5 because the value of our k at the center of hk is -5. So we simply substitute the value of k to -5. So let's proceed. Simplify. So our x minus 3 square plus yan. Negative times negative. Basic operation of multiplication. So if you are going to multiply two numbers with the same sign, automatically the result is positive. Example, -3 times -3, that is +9 because we are multiplying the two negative numbers. So negative times negative is positive. So it will become +5. And of course, 6 squared, 6 times 6 is 36. So now, our equation is this one. So what about another example? So, let's start. Again, what is our h? Our h, our center, our h is -1. Our k is -4. And our r is square root of 7. So, let's go. again, we are going to substitute the given values to the equation. So x minus our h is negative 1 plus y minus negative 4 plus square root of 7. No, I mean that's not plus. This is equal. So let's simplify. X, again the same situation from the previous example. Negative times negative, this is positive 1. The square plus y. Negative times negative, this is positive 4. Square is equal to, okay. So, this is one of the unique operations of mathematics because the square root, if you have seen the square root and the square, simply, automatically, it will be cancelled. It will be kasi why? Because if we are going to square the 7 square is 49, right? 7 square. 7 times 7 is 49. And as a reverse, if we are going to square root of 49 is 7. So it will just result to the original number. So that is why if you have seen an equation with this like this, square root and a square, simply cancel the square root and cancel the square, so it will become 7. Therefore, the standard form of an equation of a circle is this one. What about this example of general form? The x squared plus y squared minus 14x plus 2y is equal to negative 14. In this example, we cannot directly identify the radius as well as the center because it is in general form. So, for us to identify the radius at each center, we have to transform this general form into a standard form. So I will give you the steps I will discuss on how to transform this equation into a standard form. So step 1. So the step 1, we have to join the terms that are having the same variable. So in this example, which terms are having the same variable? We have the x squared and the 14x. So we have to join them as nearby equation or as 1. So it will become x squared. So copy the negative 14x minus 14x. Then as well as the terms are having the same variable, we have the y squared and 2y. So plus y squared plus 2y is equal to negative 14. That's the step 1. Next, we have to make a perfect square trinomial. Again, we have to make a perfect square trinomial. So the first step in making it into a perfect square trinomial is, of course, we have to make this equation as a trinomial. When we say trinomial, a polynomial that is having 3 terms. So the x squared, 1 term, the negative 14x, so they are just only 2 terms. So we have to make it into a trinomial, as well as the y squared and 2y. We have to make it a trinomial. So step 2, so it will happen. So x squared minus 14x plus blank and plus y squared plus 2y plus blank is equal to negative 14 plus blank plus blank. Why are we doing this one? So, we are doing this one because we have to make this as a trinomial. 1 term, 2 terms, and 3 terms. 1 term, 2 term, and 3 terms to make it a trinomial. So, to balance the equation, kung ano ginawa natin sa left, yun din ang gagawin natin sa right. To balance everything. So, kung may ginalaw ka sa left, may gagalawin ka rin sa right. Pag may in-add ka sa left, of course, kung ano ginawa mo sa left, yun din ang gagawin mo sa right equation. So, let's proceed to the step 3. Okay. In step 3, we have to make it again into a perfect square trinomial. So, x squared minus 14x plus blank. They are just the same, so don't be confused. Okay, now, we have to fill the blanks. So, anong gagawin naman? Anong gagawin natin sa blanks? To make it into a perfect square trinomial, we have to find the half of the second term. Then square it. Again, we have to find the half of the second term, then square it. Or simply, you have to divide it into 2. So, ano yung second term natin dito sa first equation, first trinomial? We have 14. So, 14, anong gagawin? Find the half of 14 or simply divide it into 2. So, 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7. And anong gagawin kay 7? We have to square the 7. Square of 7 is 49. Again, in finding, para makita natin kung anong i-add natin sa blank, we have to find the half of the second term, then square it. Or we have to simply square the half of the second term. So again, ano yung second term natin? 14. 14. So ano gagawin kay 14? Divide it into 2. So 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7. But that's not the end. Anong gagawin next? We have to square. Square of 7. So square of 7. So 7 square is 7 times 7 is equal to 49. So ito yung i-add natin dito sa first blank. To make it into a perfect square. 49. So next, ano yung second term natin dito? First term, second term, third term. So ano yung second term natin is 2. Yung second term natin is 2 yung constant niya. So anong gagawin kay 2? Half of 2 or simply divided to 2. So 2 divided by 2, same process, divided into 2. So what's the result? 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Yes. So anong gagawin kay 1? We have to square. So 1 square. So what is 1 square? 1 times 1 is 1. So simply, anong ilalagay natin sa blank na to? We have to add 1. Okay, again, let me repeat. Kung anong ginawa natin sa left side, nagdagdag tayo ng 49, nagdagdag tayo ng 1, we added 49, then we added 1. So same, to balance the equation, to balance everything, to avoid committing mistakes, we also have to add 49 and 1 to the right equation. To the right of the equation, so plus 49 then plus 1. Para maging balance. So step 4. Okay, so we are now done creating a perfect square trinomial. So in step 4, we have to transform this perfect square trinomial into a standard form of a circle. To transform it into a standard form, just only like this. So ano yung half ng second term? So half ng 14 is ano sign? So it's what? X minus 7 square plus y. Ano yung middle term natin? Second term, half 2. Ano yung half ng 2 is 1. Ano yung sign niya? Plus 1 square is equal to 49 plus 1 is 50. So negative 14 plus 50. Step by step lang. Okay, bakit nagiging ganito? Plus x, di ba? X yung gamitin natin. We have to focus on the second term. Ano yung second term natin? Is 14. Ano yung sign ni 14? Negative. So we use the negative. Ano yung half ni 14? 7. Ilapit ng 7. So square. Ano yung variable dito? Y. Lagyan natin yung Y. Ginamit natin yung Y. Now, ano yung second term natin dito? Y squared plus 2Y plus 1. Our second term is 2. So, ano yung half ni 2? 2 divided by 2 is 1. Same as din, 14 divided by 2 is 7. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, ito yung ginamit natin, 1. Copy square. Bakit? Because, if you are going to check this one, x minus 7 times x minus 7, x times x is, I have to simplify. X times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Foil. Negative 7 times x is equal to negative 7x. Then x times negative 7 is, negative 7 I mean, negative 7 times negative 7. Negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Again, x times x, x squared. X times negative 7, negative 7x. Negative 7 times x, negative 7x. And negative 7 times negative 7, if you are going to multiply numbers with the same variable, it will become positive. Negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. And simplify, x squared, we are having the same sign. Negative 7 times negative 7 will become negative 14x plus 49. O nakita nyo, bumalik lang sa original equation dito sa step 3. Yan. X squared minus 14x plus 49. So they are just the same. So we have to make it into a perfect square trinomial para makakuha tayo ng standard form from the general form. So step 5, simplify. Step 5. So continue. So what will happen next? So x minus 7 squared plus y plus 1 is equal to negative 14 plus 50. This is 36. So ayan. Can we now locate the center and the radius? Yeah. So we have to make it into a standard form. Yung standard form natin, x minus h squared plus the quantity of y minus k squared is equal to r squared. Para hindi tayo malito, in general form, dapat mag-come up natin ang equation na to. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared, y plus y plus 1 is equal to r squared. So step 6, again, we have to convert it into a standard form for us to identify the center and the radius. So what will happen? Step 6, standard form. So x minus 7 squared plus y minus, ano mangyari? Negative 1 squared is equal to r squared. So the square root of 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. So 6 square. So nandito na tayo sa standard form. So this is now our standard. This is the standard equation. But for us to find the center and the radius, dapat we need to make it what is in the form of the standard form. The quantity of x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So, what is our radius? So, our radius is r squared. So our radius is 6. And our center, hk is, center hk, x minus h is 7 and negative 1. Why is it positive 7? Because we are the sign, this negative sign is from the original equation, x minus h, x minus h. So our h is positive 7 and our k is negative 1. Y minus k. So that is how we are going to transform the general form into a standard form for us to identify the center as well as the radius. So another example, identify the center and radius of the circle with equation x squared plus y squared minus 4x is equal to 5. So ano yung step 1 natin? Anong gagawin? So i-join natin si x at saka si x, diba? Yung terms na may the same variable. Terms with the same variable, so x squared minus 4x plus y squared is equal to 5. Wala tayong dinagdag, walang kinuha sa equation. We just regroup it. Okay? Yung step 1 natin, sinama natin yung variables na may the same term. Si y, wala na. Si wala yung kasama. So, stay that one. Because, say as y squared is equal to 5. So, anong gagawin? Kagaya kanina, we have to make it into a perfect square trinomial. So, step 2, anong gagawin kay step 2? X squared minus 4x plus blank. So, wala nang kasama si y, stay na lang, plus y squared is equal to 5 plus blank. Bakit isang blank lang? Kasi isa lang din yung dinagdag natin sa left of the equation. So, what will happen next? So, step 3, x squared minus 4x plus blank, to make it a perfect square trinomial, plus y squared is equal to 5 plus blank. Okay, ano yung gagawin natin para malaman natin kung anong i-add natin sa blank na to? Ano yung half ng second? We have to focus on the second. Ano yung second term natin? Second term natin is 4. Anong gagawin kay 4? 4 divided by 2. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Tapos, ang gagawin kay 2? Square. Square of 2 is 4. So, you have to put this 4 in the blank. So, ito yung 4 i-add natin. So, copy din 4. Anong ginawa natin sa left ng equation, yun din gagawin natin sa right. So, step 4. Anong gagawin? So, what will happen next? So, ano yung half the 4? 2. Ano yung sign? So, yeah, you have to make it into a perfect square. So, x minus 2 square plus y squared is equal to 5 plus 4 is 9. So again, bakit nga x minus 2, the quantity of x minus 2 square? Kasi x yung variable natin, yung sign ni 4 dito is negative, then ano yung half ni 4? 2. So that one. So we have to transform it into a standard form for us to easily identify the center and the radius. So, ano yung general equation natin? Ano yung standard form? The quantity of x minus h squared plus the quantity of y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So, in step 5, let's go. So, same as this. The quantity of x minus 2 squared plus the quantity of y minus 0 squared, because y minus 0 is just y, they are just the same, is equal to, ano yung square root ni 9? Square root of 9 is 3. Bakit 3? 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 squared. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. So now, again, identify the center and the radius. So we can now identify the center and the radius. What is our radius? Our radius is r, 3. And our center is hk. Ano yung h natin? X minus h. X minus h. So again, positive 2 lang. Bakit positive 2? Kasi yung negative dito is from the original equation. So positive 2 and 0. So our center is 2 at the ordered pair 2, 0, and the radius is 3.